I got a lot of stuff here. Hey guys, it's Justine.
And I'm Jenna.
Welcome to the new episode of the Same Brain Podcast. We're back with some Apple news.
It's been a long time.
It has. Let's roll the intro.
Are all of your phones on silent?
I don't know. I heard something, but I don't know where it is.
Oh, and it might have been me, actually.
I don't know. I've got a few phones in front of me.
I've placed all the phones on silent. And speaking of phones, it is iPhone season. Now, if you guys are listening, that's great. But you can also watch on our YouTube channel where we're going to be holding up some of the phones.
Yep, youtube.com/samebrain. I am so excited, Jenna. First, we should say welcome back to the podcast.
Yes, welcome back, everyone.
It's been a while. I think the last one that we did was about my blood clot, which was, I guess, we'll just use that as an excuse.
Oh, wow. Well, no, that was like
It's
5
not.
months ago. To be fair, we have a new one that's going to be posted, but Justine just refuses to upload it for some reason.
It's almost done. I literally have to add the outro,
Okay.
and then it's going to be done.
It's from winter, but it'll be a really special occasion when it's posted. So happy iPhone season. How are you holding up?
I'm not well, Jenna. I'm not well. We have been filming every day since, I don't even, like 7, 8, 9 days straight since the Apple announcement. So if you guys are not aware, me and Jen have a podcast. Like we said, we haven't posted in a while, but we are back, and it is iPhone season, like you said.
Yes.
So I went to the Apple event. It was very, very fun to see people again. It was crazy because that was like the first event actually back. There was a lot of people there.
It looked like a lot of fun. It definitely looked very full. I don't know how you would have squeezed any more people into that room.
I'm not sure. Well, I think because usually they have like overflow, so there are usually more people there, but it was really great to see everyone. It looked
fun. It looked like a lot of fun. I did not go. I had to move that day, and I also wasn't invited, which is totally fine because I've been more so enjoying kind of just sitting back and taking it all in. I like seeing people as well, but I don't know if I have the energy to do things anymore, Jess.
You're still COVID recovering.
I am unwell. But that's okay because I'm excited because, yes, you guys have been posting, you've been posting a lot of great content. You guys have been shooting so much great stuff. How many videos have you posted?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's a lot. I mean, today, as of recording this, was the Apple Watch embargo for the Series 8 and the new SE. I was going to say episode 2. They're not calling them Series 2, but it's the second version of the Apple Watch SE, which is surprisingly a very good value.
I'm not going to lie to you. I forgot that the SE was even a thing.
Yeah, it's interesting because it doesn't have a lot of the health features. So, you're not going to be able to do the blood oxygen sensing, the ECG, which I keep saying EKG, but it's similar, and the new temperature sensing. So it doesn't have that, but it does have a lot of other features. It does also have the crash detect, which is great.
Good.
I feel like this is the perfect watch for like a child.
There's crash detection on the Apple Watch?
Yes, Jenna.
Okay, so I also like I said, I was moving during the Apple event, so I was half listening. So let's kind of go through all of things.
Okay.
Since then, I've caught up. I've watched a lot of videos, but I seem to have missed that. I feel like maybe that wasn't something that people really talked about.
They did.
Oh,
It's okay. It's fine.
I must have been packing up some boxes.
They really did, I guess, focus a lot on like the iPhone also has crash detect as well, but it is also in the Apple Watches. So I've got some notes here from the event. What do you want to cover first, Jen?
Let's go with what's in order.
Okay. I guess the first thing that I have here is the new iPhone 14, which we both have. What color did you get?
I have the blue.
Oh, me too.
It's my favorite color, blue. If this came in the Pro Max color, this would have been the color that I got.
I know. It's a beautiful blue color.
It's so nice. It's
I
just
really like it.
I want to say because the last iPhone 13 Pro Max was a blue, but it wasn't this blue.
No, it was like a more like deep blue. I feel like they
Yeah.
do the deeper colors for the Pro models and the lighter kind of more fun colors for just the regulars. So it's interesting because they also came out with an iPhone 14 Plus this year.
That is interesting.
So it's basically the same size as the Pro Max size because they did away with the mini. So now they just made one bigger.
Okay, and then this has the A15 Bionic chip, so it has the previous year's chip, which is still going to be an upgrade for these models, I feel like.
Exactly. And they upgraded like the thermal performance. So like you're basically getting a Pro model phone in the iPhone 14 body without a telephoto lens.
What I think is exciting is that you can do 4K cinematic mode on these devices for front facing.
And with 24 and 30 frames a second, which is great because cinematic mode was one of those things where people were like, oh, we're so excited to have cinematic mode.
It was 1080p.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not going to record in that. Although one of the things is whenever you get your new iPhones and you don't transfer over your like information or settings from the previous phone, it automatically resorts to 1080p. So I started shooting like my whole review and I go, I was shooting my videos in 1080. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, that's the one thing too. And you have to turn on, so turn on 4K, turn on the ProRes, Pro Raw. That's obviously for the higher versions. But yeah, it's like you don't turn that on. And I actually was talking to someone the other day. They're like, well, why do my videos look bad? I thought this was supposed to be like an upgrade. And I'm like, oh, well, you're not.
Oh!
That is the second time
Which one was that?
I have dropped the iPhone 14 Pro Max
It's
on
slippy.
on my foot.
Well, that's good. That
Same foot.
same foot, but same brain.
Oh, you know what? This is actually just the Pro, not the Pro Max, but
Oh.
very slippery. So yeah, okay. So I do really like the new colors. It comes in I think 6 different colors.
Sorry, I had a cough. 5 colors.
Okay, or 5.
It's fine. Midnight, Starlight, blue, purple, and product red.
There's too much to pay attention to.
I know. There's all day battery life.
Good.
We love to hear it and see it.
This also works with MagSafe as well.
Yes, and it has the XDR display, and you can go up to 1200 nits with Dolby Vision. Yeah, so it's a 12 megapixel main camera, and it's an f1.5 aperture with 49% improvement in low light environments.
Ooh.
We went out and did some low light testing, and I mean, obviously it looks great. Here's the thing. The past several years of iPhones are freaking fantastic. So even trying to compare the 12, 13, and the 14, I'm like, all 3 of these are great phones. And there are incremental upgrades, but yeah, it's crazy how great they are.
Yeah, I like made a joke. I was like, every time I talk about, I'm getting a new iPhone, it's like, why? Like, it's the same thing. The people come out, they call you the Apple sheep, and they're like, it's not going to do anything. I was like, yeah, not like it's going to save your life. And I was like, but
now it will.
Now it actually can. So that is the one thing that I think is really interesting. Like you said, there's the crash detection on the Apple Watch, but it's also on the phones, and the emergency SOS that can beam up to satellite and save you.
It's so cool. Like, we have been in scenarios where we've been sort of, I mean, not necessarily stranded, but like we couldn't tell people that we were okay. Now, that is the only downside to this, is it's not something that you can beam up to satellites and text your friends. It is strictly for emergency situations. But why this is kind of cool is because maybe in the future, this is leading up to having that potential, because I spend like $60 a month on that stupid Garmin thing, which is it's not stupid, meaning I'm spending $60 a month.
And it's another device
for
you
emergency.
have to carry with
Yes.
you. And it's still, like it's a whole separate thing. So Apple is giving you 2 years free of the satellite.
I wonder how much it's going to be.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like, can they put it in like a bundle?
They probably will put it in the bundle, but also I don't think it's going to be that much, because you don't have the capacity or the ability to text message your friends or like other than emergency response.
Well, what if they're working on it?
Well, I'm sure they are. I would pay more for that.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm stranded.
Or-
Beam me up.
or
Come on, Elon. Get in on this.
Even if you just are somewhere without satellite reception or
Yes.
cell reception, but you basically will hold your phone up and it kind of directs you to find the satellite. So you move with the satellite.
How do you activate that? Do you have to hold the buttons to do the emergency call?
No, it'll just automatically notice that you aren't in cell reception, and it'll give you the little option down at the bottom.
So that's a good feature. The crash detection is also a really good feature. It's cool because, with the Apple Watch, it's similar, for some reason, I always fall going up and down the stairs. And it's like, oh, looks like you've taken a fall. Are you okay? And, I hit, yes, I'm okay. So it's similar to that with the crash detection. It'll say, it looks like you've been in a crash.
And it launches in November. And the other cool thing is you're able to share your location with your friends. So you won't be able to text them, but you can still share your location so they can know where you are. So like if you aren't moving, they can probably safely assume that you may not be well.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I share my location with a lot of people, because those people are then responsible. If I go missing, like they have to find me. It's their job.
I know. It's always fun because I'll forget like sometimes that I also follow some of my random friends, people that I don't even see very often. I'm like, oh, you're at the mall. That's cool.
What are you doing out in Alabama?
Hope you're having fun.
But other than that, I feel like some upgrades to what we were still in the 14, right?
Oh,
The
yeah.
14?
I mean, autofocus on the front camera is actually pretty huge.
Yeah.
Which just wasn't as good. So now that you have the autofocus and some improvements there, and they've got the new photonic engine.
Oh,
I love that they just like name things, like random names. Jenna's just,
I made a face.
she made a face. But the photos there is definitely an improvement. We did some extensive photo testing. Something else is the iPhone 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max, and that's where I like to shine. Okay, before we start getting into that too.
Oh.
When you think about how much you're on your phone and
All day.
how much you spend as far as like the price point, like yeah, it's an expensive phone, but I mean, I'm on that thing almost my entire life.
Well,
when
that's
you
the thing
think
too.
about
I
it.
was like, most of my pictures and my content I post is from the phone that I'm holding. So not only is this, a phone, I'm like, I use this as a camera. I use this to make content. Like this is something that I use as my job.
And I keep saying that if I didn't have anything else and if I just had that phone, I would still be able, I would actually probably create more content because I wouldn't be distracted with all of the other stuff. Distracted by a computer, distracted by making sure I have like a million cameras and lighting and all of that. I'd be like, I would have one thing and that would be it,
I do, but then I would open up TikTok and my day would be over. I'd be like,
That's definitely a problem.
scroll for 6 hours and then go to bed.
I finally had 1 million followers on TikTok. That was like my pandemic project.
The buttons don't work.
No, buttons don't work. We
have to program the new Roadcaster, but there was going to be an inserted applause there.
Real sad. Yeah, I got super into TikTok during the pandemic, and then like I kind of didn't really focus on it because it's really hard to make money on TikTok, which shouldn't be your main motivation to create, but also...
Well, when you're a creator and it's your job, you have to remember that that's your job.
Exactly.
So you need to make money.
So I'm like, well, YouTube is where I make my money and I'm able to create long form content, but also like TikTok is where I have the most fun.
TikTok is the best.
It's so great.
It's great. I uploaded a short last night because I was like, oh, I need to upload YouTube shorts. It just didn't make me as happy.
No,
as
no, I know. But I mean, and it's the interesting thing about all of it too is there's all of these different platforms, but like you can upload the same piece of content to each, but there's like a different vibe everywhere.
I don't like to do it.
TikTok is like, I don't know.
Well, it's hard too when you're using the sounds. Okay, anyway, let's go back to the Pro line. Well, back to the iPhone 14, just to wrap that one up. It still does have the notch, which leads us into the new Pro, which has the new Dynamic Island.
There we go. Dynamic Island, everybody.
Analog clap.
Wait, so when we were in the event, everyone started laughing. Like
really?
There were like audible chuckles in the auditorium when they said Dynamic Island, because we're like, only Apple could like get away with naming like a distraction, like trying to like make it seem like it's a feature. But then when I actually used it, I was like, dude, this is great. It's pretty great. Do you like it?
I do like it. I like it a lot. So I kind of had the same thing because before I turned the phone on, I could see them like you can see them when you tilt your phone down. You could see it separate. You could see the camera and you can see the hardware for Face ID, the infrared. But when you're looking directly at it and it like does a little thing, you're like, oh, it's cute. Like
the little
cute.
animations,
like the animations, the unlocking. I'm like, okay, this is actually quite cute. What happens when you take a screenshot? Is it there?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay, so when you take a screenshot, no, it's
not
there. It's just there.
I was like, wait, I can't tell because the notch is there.
So when you take a screenshot, it intuitively
disappears.
Takes it out. Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. Well, it's cool though. So Dynamic Island, it's basically like a menu kind of now, like a little dock where you can start and stop music. I actually really have liked it for screen recordings. Yep.
Yeah. How many times have you accidentally stopped screen recording and you had no idea?
Or how many times did you think that it was recording and you're like, I didn't record.
But it doesn't make sense because before it was still in the top left corner. So it's like I could see it, but for some reason I didn't see it.
Do you know what I just realized?
Wow.
I don't even know how long this has been here. I have absolutely no idea. When you go in to do video and there's a little light right there.
Yeah, the green. If it's green, it's video. If it's yellow, it's using audio from something in the background.
I've never seen that before.
Really?
Never. But I don't know why I've never seen that.
Well, Justine, that was one of Apple's security features that wanted you to be aware when your audio or something was being recorded or video was being recorded or activated.
I have seen it run like in the background, but I've never seen it when I'm actually on my phone. Like I've never seen it there.
But it's there.
Yes, it's been there for a very long time.
Oh, okay. Well,
not new information, but new to me. Very
old information.
Can't believe it. I mean, take the eye away from me.
Well, my favorite is
revoked.
When Justine says, "How do I use my Apple remote on my phone?" I went, "What? You're to control the Apple TV?" I was like, "What did you just ask me?"
For some reason, I would always find it in some roundabout way. Whenever I would turn my Apple TV on, it would just pop up. And then when I actually had to go and actively find it, I was like, I don't know where it went. It's been years since they removed the app.
It's been a long time. That's okay.
Anyway.
So back to the iPhone 14 Pro.
Yeah. So it has the ceramic
camera
shield. It does have the 3 cameras. It comes in 4 colors. We've got the space black, which is beautiful, by the way.
Nice.
Love it. The silver, the gold, and the deep purple.
It's
now,
so
okay.
nice. Look at this.
Did you pre-order the purple?
Yeah, dude.
The purple is so fantastic. And I lied to Tim Cook.
I was going to bring that up.
At the time, it wasn't a lie because I genuinely, authentically, 100% with my whole being believed that I was going to get the purple. But this is what I don't like. I don't like because I like light colored cases and I like to be able to have the cases kind of match. And that's dark. And I don't want to have like I don't know, Jenna.
Well, you have a case on, so it actually doesn't matter. And to be fair, you have the review unit of the purple, so you're getting to experience the best of both worlds and make a decision, an educated decision.
If I would have had to go back and do it now, I probably would have got the purple.
I got the purple,
but I got the silver, and I'm sure I'm going to be perfectly happy with it.
I'm going to ask you in 6 months from now, hey, what color's your phone? And you're like, I don't know.
Do you remember when we both took our cases off and were shocked by the color of I was like, this was a couple years ago. I was like, I didn't realize I got a silver phone.
I had no idea the color of my phone. No idea.
None.
So that's how much it really doesn't matter because I have to well, here's the thing. I already lost my case for my Pro Max, but I have to put a case because I'm so reckless. I will say the durability of the iPhone 13 Pro Max is
great.
Incredible. I have dropped it so many times without a screen protector on the cameras. And they maybe have a little scratch now because they've been through a lot, but it was so durable. I was impressed.
Okay, let me just tell you, this is not sponsored, but it will be sponsored in another video. But D-Brand.
Getting you ready for a
I know, but like I have bought these for friends because they're such incredible screen protectors. I have tried so many screen protectors that lift up, that crack, that shatter, and they give you 2 screen protectors when you buy, well, you're essentially buying one, but like they give you 2 in the pack.
That's smart.
I know. And so this entire year, I've gone through 3 screen protectors.
I think you got me one, but then you forgot to give it to me.
It's somewhere around here.
What? I need a new one now. Okay, how do the new screen protectors work with Dynamic Island?
I'm not sure, but they did send me some for my sponsored video soon. So
I guess I'll wait.
I will test it out. But I'm honestly just so impressed by them. And like, I even was like, I reached out and I was like, hey, are you just seeing, are you guys going to be making some for the 14? Because I don't want to go back to using any other ones. It's so good. Like, I mean, yes, I did manage to shatter them after a year.
Yeah.
But like, normally when I go through other screen protectors, like I go through like a week, I'm like, I got to buy a new one.
Oh yeah. Or they like peel off or they get dirty or something. Yeah. I agree.
Anyway, huge fan of the D-Brand ones. Look out for my sponsored integration coming soon.
Ooh.
Okay. So
analog clap.
The Dynamic Island, we talked about it, but it's cool because it changes depending upon the activity. It also will do like with AirDrop. It does Spotify, a lot of like music.
Connecting your AirPods.
Yep, it's great. I love it.
And you can, if you're running the timer or something, it like switches to where the camera is. So it can be like 2 different things running in the background at the same time, which is cool.
And this is still early, so who knows what the future of Dynamic Island can be. But one of these days, at some point, Dynamic Island will be non-existent. It'll just be a screen.
Yeah, like kind of like how Samsung has the under-display cameras.
Yeah, they did a great job with that,
it
actually.
Looks so good.
It's incredible.
I couldn't even find it at one time.
I know.
What do you think about the always-on display?
It confuses me a lot.
Me too.
Because I think my phone's on.
Me too.
And it doesn't really need to be on.
Because it's bright.
I really don't care about having an always-on display, to be honest with you. Like if I want to see my phone, I'll just give it a little tap.
Well, and then I was expecting it to unlock when I looked at it. So I was like looking over and I'm like, it didn't unlock.
I mean, I like it. I'm glad that, we're now joining the rest of the always on displays, but it really doesn't matter to me at all.
Yeah, I just keep thinking that my phone is on, which,
yeah,
I guess that's the title of always on. It's more distracting.
I just want to keep looking at it.
I'm like looking at it like, why is it doing what it's doing? Because I'm not used to it. But yeah, it's fine. You can turn it off, right?
I'm not sure. I think you can.
I think you can turn it off.
I believe you can. This new Pro display, you can go up to 1600 nits with a peak brightness of 2000 nits. And we were outside filming in very bright, very, very, very bright and hot conditions.
Did it actually stay on?
It did. Yeah. We had a little struggle when we started recording in ProRes because we were filming and like my phone got a little warm.
Oh, fair.
But it still was like we were filming a ton of stuff outside. But I was still surprised. Like it still managed to get the job done.
Yeah, because my biggest thing with the 13 was I would go outside and it would just instantly dim.
Same.
And I'm like, I can't see my phone.
Mine was doing that today, even when we were just going for a little walk. And I think so. Like on iOS 16, it seems to be even worse.
Oh,
so I don't know.
no.
This has been fine for me with the Pro Max.
Huh. Okay.
So
Good to know, I guess.
So yeah, this has the new A16 Bionic chip. New chip. Who dis?
They've gotten rid of the SIM card. So
Weird.
US only. We now have the eSIM, and I was a little mad at first, but then after setting it up, it took literally 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It was a very, very seamless. I turned it on, typed in my Apple ID, and it said, "Do you want to connect to this phone number?" I said yes. It said, "Okay, now get your other phone and confirm it." And I said yes. And then it's like, "Okay, you're good to go." And I was like,
Oh, that's exciting. So I didn't set mine up because mine were already set up as review units. So I never tried to connect mine yet, which I was curious to see how that went. Because I had a really poor experience with SIM cards in the past because I couldn't find mine.
I
So
set mine
lost
up
it.
with the review unit. So
Oh, that's good.
mine now. No, just kidding.
But because I just didn't do that because I didn't want to. I wanted to
fair.
keep my phone separate while I was still doing the review. So I had to go to my carrier and I had to get a SIM card. I mean, it was like $5, but then I had to like go somewhere to get the card, and it was a time I was super busy. I was like, this is the last thing I want to be doing.
So also, the
I'm
one
excited
thing
about it.
that you can do is you can have, I think, up to 8 different like SIMs in your phone.
Oh,
So, if you are going to have some for international, you can have them all in the exact same phone.
yeah, that's
So
cool.
it's like you don't have to keep physically switching, but it's also gets, I feel like, kind of messy.
Well, because previously they had dual SIM, so they had the eSIM and then just like the regular actual SIM card. So that's kind of cool that you're able to do that.
I believe it was up to 8. So
I saw Farouk tweet today that he kept switching back and forth between various SIM card or SIMs, and it was a very easy experience. So that was good. That actually made me feel at ease because I haven't set mine up yet.
yeah, no, it was honestly so easy. I was like, oh, that was okay. I can't complain anymore because it was very, very easy.
Okay, there's a new LED flash. It's a 9 LED adaptive flash, and I can confirm there is a big difference. And when I say a big difference, it's not a huge difference. Okay, well, you're not going to be able to see it here.
Okay, it didn't flash because
No.
I didn't need a new light.
But we did a nighttime test between the 13 and the 14. And Jenna's taking pictures of me. Oh my God, paparazzi. But the skin tones are way more natural, like when you take a picture in comparison to some of the older phones.
So I heard that it adapts to depending on how close you are to
Yeah.
the subject.
Mm-hmm. So it can go super bright. Oh, those pictures are absolutely just horrendous.
That is interesting because not being able to control that before, it's like here's your one flash and
Yep.
you always just look so terrible.
I know. So there's a new main camera with a 48 megapixel quad pixel sensor, 2nd gen sensor shift optical image stabilization. Now I'm getting distracted. I don't want to go there yet. Hold on. I'm going to keep going. Keep going.
Keep
Okay.
going, Jess.
Focus. The main camera has 2x better low light photo capabilities, which we also did test. And I mean, the iPhone 13 still took really good photos, but what was a little bit more different in the 14 was they looked a little more crisp.
Okay.
There was more detail in the shadows. So there definitely was a difference. The ultra wide camera, 3x improvements for low light.
Ooh.
And there's a sharper lens, which makes macro photos look even more crisp. Crispy times.
I always forget about macro.
You do, but like sometimes you're taking macro photos and you don't even realize it.
No,
it
'cause I turned it
switches.
off.
I have the button to turn on and off.
The button has been very helpful because at the beginning it was kind of annoying.
It was it was pretty annoying.
Because it kept like freaking out. But yeah, they did a good job at least allowing you to turn it on and off. I haven't taken a macro yet in the new phone.
The new 2x telephoto, so you can now do 0.5, 1, 2, and 3x photos. Also, something interesting is I just found out that the kids these days are just calling it 0.5.
0.5.
Like they're not like, hey, take a wide angle photo. Like they say 0.5, which I guess it's exactly what it says.
I know.
So it makes sense.
I know. 0.5.
Kids today. I remember when we didn't even have a 0.5. I remember when we didn't even have touch to focus. I remember when we only had one little, look at this lens. Look at this. Right now I'm holding up the old 1st gen iPhone. Look at that lens. You didn't have one of these, did you?
No, because they didn't.
You had a BlackBerry.
I had a BlackBerry.
Oh my God, the crime.
Well, to be fair, the iPhone wasn't available at my carrier.
That's true.
This is so small.
I know.
Oh, it works. Waiting for activation. This may take some time.
Give it a swipe.
Think that this would take some time?
The YouTube app doesn't work on it. It barely look at this. She's trying to open up the camera.
This is unbelievable.
I know.
There's no front. I tried to do front facing.
There's no front.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
We just took a picture on the 1st gen iPhone. If you're listening, 2 megapixels.
Oh, it actually looks really good.
I know.
Man,
she's impressed.
the kids on TikTok would lose their mind, or maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe they will when I post a TikTok about it.
I don't know what the kids like. Can you film video on this?
No. No. What are you? You monster.
Okay.
Speaking of video.
I should say, speaking of monsters.
Action mode.
Oh.
Have you tested it yet?
So I tried to the other afternoon, and it told me that there was not enough light.
Oh, you can turn on, I think, an additional light in the settings where it'll let in extra light.
Okay. I should have done that because the light was perfectly fine.
But let me tell you, it works really well.
Okay.
I haven't posted this video yet, but I did tweet about it. During our camera test, Jake and I came across a little dog. We named him Louie. Mm-hmm. I saw him on the street and I was like, Jake, get out. He gets out of the car, starts chasing this dog. I dropped my Tesla literally on like a curb, get out. And I'm like, oh man, I'm just going to leave it here and hope for the best. So I get out. I start chasing after him. I'm running as fast as I can. He's running as fast as he can. We're going around the block trying to chase this little dog. And then I'm like, okay, we got him cornered. And I can tell this dog can't see anything. One of his eyes is like completely like white. Like there's no way he can barely see. So I go to like grab him. Like what an idiot.
You have to work up to it. Like,
well, I did.
Snackies.
We didn't have
pets,
any snackies. We only
Palm tones.
We only had M&Ms, and I was like, Armando, you can't give a dog chocolate. so anyway, I reach down like kind of slowly, and he goes, like, he bites me, but he doesn't bite down. So that's how I knew he was
probably
nice.
didn't have any teeth.
Okay, so he didn't. Anyway, this poor dog, we were chasing him everywhere. We chased him all around town, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen if I would have caught him, because we might have a dog right now. We might have another dog. Louie. Anyway, street boy did not catch him. We ended up like grabbing crates. We were chasing this thing everywhere. It was just a whole thing. But we reenacted the chase scenes using action mode. And it's so, let me just show you. Let me show you, Jenna.
Are you going to show the podcast?
We'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Okay.
If you get this treat. Yes. Here I go.
Here she's holding a crate.
Yeah.
She's running with the crate. Oh, yeah.
But look how much I'm moving. Like, you can see my arm moving.
That is actually very
but
stable.
It's so stable.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And, like, I'm full on running.
Huh. So, obviously, with action mode, it does crop in a little bit, which is very normal for any type of stabilization, even in, like, mirrorless cameras. It'll always do a little crop to help with the stabilization. But that looked really good.
6,
so,
7.
you were recording that in 0.5?
Yeah, because this records in 0.5, but then it crops.
Ah, I see.
So, it's not quite 0.1. It's somewhere in the middle between 0.5 and 0.1.
Okay, that's interesting.
But it looks good.
It does look really good, I will say. And you can do it in 4K, or it's 2.8K, correct?
I was going to say 2.7, but I think you're right.
At that point, it's all the same. So 2.8K, that's pretty great.
It's awesome.
It's a cool feature. I'm excited to try that out.
It's so great.
I mean, I tried, but told me there wasn't enough light. But I do remember seeing the feature to turn that on. I just never did.
So they now have, I think I mentioned already, the new 2X telephoto, which is kind of cool because that kind of gives you another little range. Because I feel like anytime you would zoom from like the 1 to the 3, like there was no kind of like middle ground. But now with the new telephoto, like you're able to do that, and it looks very, very good. Should we move on to AirPods? Or do we keep talking about the iPhone? But I feel like there's more. Is there anything I missed?
Or what are we talking about? We talked about the phones.
I talked about the dog.
We never talked about the announcements either. So it's like, obviously we had the Apple Watches, which you kind of touched on.
We didn't talk about the Apple Watches.
You started to talk about
and then I got distracted.
So, okay, let's move on to the Apple Watches. Okay, we have the new Apple Watch Series 8.
Yes, and the Apple Watch SE and the new Apple Watch
Ultra.
Oh. So many things.
So I didn't know the Apple Watch SE was a thing. I forgot.
It's okay. But the new temperature sensing is really the only kind of new big feature this year. And the only way that temperature sensing actually will work is if you wear your Apple Watch to sleep.
Yes.
So if you don't plan on wearing your Apple Watch to sleep and you want temperature sensing, I don't think there's any reason to upgrade from the Series 7 at all. No, but there isn't.
No, I mean,
you're not going to sleep with it.
I don't sleep with mine.
Although the new one does have crash detect.
True.
So you will have that. You do have, some upgraded battery life. There are some improvements, but the main one is the temperature sensor. So if you are looking to skip a gen, I would say that would be the one. But with that being said, I pre-ordered it.
So here's the thing. I was, like I said, I was busy, but I was kind of watching. I was like, okay, I'm actually not going to upgrade this year. I was like, because I don't really need that. I do have the Oura Ring, which I wear to sleep because I don't mind it. I've gotten used to it, and this does do the temperature sensing. So I was like, I don't need 2 temperatures. And then they said, but wait, we have an Apple Watch Ultra. And
Yup.
I went, give me it.
And that's where I think it's kind of interesting because I do feel like if you have an older Apple Watch and you were looking to get one of the smaller ones, then yeah, this is going to be a big upgrade for you. But the other thing is, yeah, the Ultra.
I don't need the Ultra.
It's big.
I don't do anything. I walk to get groceries sometimes. But here's the thing. I feel like I used to be into adventures. We used to be hiking. We used to be doing stuff. I went skydiving once. I was cool. And now I barely do anything, but it looks cool. It's adventurous. It's cool. It has so many safety features. Maybe I want to get into scuba diving.
Maybe.
Probably not.
That it does have those options. And I did get a chance to see it hands-on at the Apple event. And I was pleasantly shocked because I thought this was going to be a huge, heavy, chunky boy. And you know what? I think it was actually lighter than my stainless steel.
Okay, so on my wrist, how big would it be?
This big.
No! Do you see that? That's actually from my Apple Watch.
What did you do?
It burned me.
Oh, interesting.
I think what happened was I was moving and cleaning and chemicals got under it.
Oh.
But I have a permanent burn. Well, that's a whole separate.
Okay. Anyway,
so it's going to be big? What size are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing the 41. So 45
is that new?
No, this isn't the new one. So for the review one, I got the 45 millimeter Starlight.
Okay, so take a step back. There's a 41.
41 is what I'm wearing.
Okay.
And then there's the 45. And then there is the Ultra, which is 49 millimeter.
49?
Dude, yeah. I mean, it takes
49?
It takes up my whole wrist.
Justine,
Jenna.
I ordered it. It's going to take over my arm.
Well, I ordered one too.
It's going to take over my arm.
Let me find you a picture.
Here's the good news. Okay, so here is my reasoning behind ordering it. One, I'm an idiot. Two, I have the stainless steel of the previous generation. I usually get the stainless steel or the ceramic when that was an option. And these are already around $800. So I'm like, oh my God, it's huge.
It's a big boy.
So I was like, okay, price-wise, I've already become accustomed to paying $800 for an Apple Watch. Am I going to be getting the new one?
No.
But then I was like, oh, well, the Ultra's the same. So I'm like, I'm going to get it.
It's very cool. So take a look. See, I mean, this basically takes up my whole wrist. We both have very small wrists, but with the trail loop watch band, it makes it fit very snug. So it's very comfortable. And I swear to you, it is lighter than this watch setup with a Milanese loop and the stainless steel.
Yeah, the stainless steel is pretty heavy, which it's very durable. I dropped this face down from about 5 feet, maybe like 4 feet on tile, and it did not shatter. And the other day I was walking carrying stuff and I smacked it into the side of a building. Didn't shatter.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's very durable. So I'm assuming the Ultra is probably going to be more durable because there's all these crazy things that you can do with it.
Yeah, and what I also really like about it is it has a flat screen. So like this has like a raised, like when you touch it, it's like, oh, it's like raised. It's rounded.
Rounded, yeah.
So it's flat. So it's kind of like set in. So I feel like if you were to drop it face down, this little like kind of ridge around it kind of feels like it would protect it. Cool. And it has a new action button.
That's exciting.
Yeah, the action button is cool because you can basically make the action button do anything. So you can make it start a workout. They have a list of things that you can do to set it.
So the one thing that I thought was actually really cool was the emergency where it will put off what was like 600 or 800 decibel sound, like a very loud siren. And I was even thinking like that could be practical for anything. Like maybe, this is terrible, but like walking or running and just like being outside, or like what if you get attacked?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You could probably use it as a weapon, to be honest with you.
If something happens to me, if I'm getting robbed, I'm putting off the siren.
Yeah.
Back off.
You can set the action button to be a siren.
Oh, that would be...
Which actually could be a great idea. The other thing that I also like, they have precision start. If you're doing a race or something, and as soon as you cross the finish line, or as soon as they like say go, or I don't know, I've never done a race before, but you can start the action button. So you can start your workout. It won't actually start, but then as soon as you go... hit the action button and it'll
that's
start.
precise. That is pretty cool. There's so many cool things you can do with it. Dude. So you can scoop. So what was the scuba diving thing? I missed that kind of, and I didn't really go back, but it was kind of takes into consideration your breathing.
So there's an Oceanic app that's coming out later this year, but it is not out at launch. But this is with a third party. But with the Apple Watch just out of the box, you could do depth sensing, you can do temperature sensing. So those will all be kind of like, even if you go in the pool, it's like, oh, water temperature. You know,
cold.
Yeah.
Does it do blood or does it do like blood oxygen,
yes.
ECG, all the same stuff?
Does
it do if you sleep in it, does it do the temperature?
Yep. And here's the thing that's different about the temperature sensor, because I am an Oura Ring fan girl through and through, like absolutely just my most favorite piece of tech when anyone ever asks me. But what's different about the Apple Watch is it's way more precise because it has 2 temperature sensors. There's one on your skin and then there's one that's on top of the glass. So it's taking into account skin temperature, not body temperature, because those are 2 different things. And
outside temperature.
The outside temperature. So it's using an algorithm to kind of figure out what your actual precise body temperature is. So if you're like under the covers and you're like, cozy under here,
yeah,
they're going to be able to kind of take into account that.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So it should be more precise.
What would you say your favorite thing from the announcements were this year?
I think the Apple Watch Ultra.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, just because it's new. It is new. And, I feel like we all thought that there was going to be bigger upgrades to the 14 than there were. There were some incremental updates. I mean, I really thought we were going to get USB-C.
Sorry. I'm so sorry I laughed.
I mean, it is laughable at this point. I'm like, please, I'm so sick of carting around all of these cables. Like, it would just be so nice to have that.
Did I see that you can charge
AirPods
with the Apple Watch charger?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
No, it's great because I always travel with that MagSafe Duo charger. And sometimes I'll be charging my phone and I want to charge my AirPods and I can't because my phone is on there. So yeah, this is going to be great. Very excited about it.
That's pretty exciting. That's pretty cool. The new AirPods.
Yeah, well, we're not there yet.
So we'll get there, so stay tuned.
There's some new Apple Watch bands. There's the Trail, the Alpine Loop, and the Ocean, which is made for each of those adventurous activities. And I can say from testing at the event, the Trail one is my favorite. It's basically like the Loop. Which one do you have?
Loop.
Okay, not that, but like the Sport Loop, but thinner.
Sport Loop, but thinner?
Yes.
This isn't Sport Loop? There's so many things.
There's so many loops. It's the Velcro one.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Sport Loop. I think it's a Sport Loop.
That is a Sport Loop.
Yeah, that one, but it's like a very thin material and it's so much lighter.
That's cool. I ordered, which one did I order?
I don't know. Starlight Alpine, I think.
It's a white one.
Yeah.
With like the little ridges.
My favorite was actually the one that I showed you. I don't know what the color is, but it was like a navy blue with like a little orange pull tab.
Pull tab?
It looks like a little pull tab.
That's pretty cool. I think I do have to go back to having some type of adjustment because look at this. This like doesn't stay on my arm.
Yeah.
My body swells and deflates.
There's some new compass waypoints, which is so fun. When they were demoing this, I felt like when we play Far Cry and we set waypoints.
So like if you were going to start a hike and you set waypoints along the way, could you follow them back?
Yes. You can also set these waypoints like when you're traveling or something on your watch. So if like you find a cookie shop and you're like, I really like that cookie shop, you can just add a waypoint. So if you're like just walking around and you don't want to like find directions somewhere, all these waypoints would just like pop up.
Can other people see them?
No. Oh, it's private.
I was thinking about a scavenger hunt.
Oh, that would be fun.
With Apple's privacy.
Yes, we love it.
Your privacy stays private.
They have backtracking. So if you start backtracking, so if we are on a hike and you click backtracking, it'll basically give you a line and it'll show you, also kind of give you waypoints. So you would probably use that more for hiking.
Waypoints. Okay.
No.
That's on all the watches or Ultra?
I'm unsure of that answer.
That's okay.
Now that you mentioned that.
That's okay. Looks like it's under the Ultra section on your phone.
That's just because I was working on outline for the Ultra.
Okay. Google it yourself.
Yeah. I know there is a new Compass update app in watchOS 9, so it actually may be there, but I don't know. Okay. I will remove the I. Third time today.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Sorry. I don't know everything. I'm exhausted, my friends.
I mean, I'm resting my head
on the microphone.
I'm so tired. I haven't even done anything. I'm just tired.
Yeah, so there's a lot of really cool stuff with this. The display is 2,000 nits also.
That's bright. Can you use it as an emergency flashlight?
They do have a flashlight. You can set the action button to be that. Also, something they have a little button. When you scroll it, you can go into night mode, so everything turns red on it, so it doesn't hurt your eyes, and it's easy on the nighttime. The battery life is really where this thing shines. You can get up to 36 hours of normal use, 18 hours of LTE, and up to 60 hours on a low power setting.
That's fast. I mean, that's long.
You're confusing.
Yeah, that's actually pretty great.
They have some low power setting customization or optimizations rather coming out later. I guess, I don't know when. They just said later.
Same charger?
Same charger.
I had questions from the audience.
Yes.
Were they the same band size?
They are you can use 45 millimeter bands.
Oh, so none of my bands will be useful.
I have a lot of 45 millimeter bands that that I have, that I can let you use from some previous reviews.
Okay, we'll see. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to keep it yet. I'm going to have to test it out.
I think you like it.
But my wrist is so tiny.
Well,
is it thinner?
Okay, let me tell you what you can do. They make it very easy to swap between Apple Watches, so you can have multiple Apple Watches. So
why do I need multiple Apple Watches, woman?
Because if you want to go out on an adventure, then you wear your Ultra, Jenna.
No, it's Ultra or nothing. I mean, no, I'm not sure what I meant.
It's
actually.
Ultra or 7. I will definitely.
What color is the new stainless steel for the new 8s? Is it the same? Graphite?
Yes.
Oh, Apple, what are you doing?
I know. I was really hoping for something new. We lost her. Jenna fell over. I know. I was really hoping for something new because I basically ordered this same watch.
I fell down.
This same watch.
Yeah, no.
I should have got a different band, but I was like, Melanie's Loop, love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's all good stuff. Let's move on to the AirPods. We've got the new, what are they called? Pro 2?
I keep calling them AirPods 3 for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, so that's not it. I think
can you speak while I order myself some food?
What am I? You're the one who's supposed to speak. I don't know anything about them.
Okay.
I do know that they've integrated a new cool feature with the new Watch OS, but it's cool because they will take into consideration if you're your listening habits, and they will tell you the decibels on your watch, which will be really cool. So if like the noise around you is too loud, it'll tell you. Or if you've been listening to your music too loud, it'll tell you. They also have now 4 sizings: large, medium, small, extra small, which is good because I've got weird little ears and sometimes things don't like earbuds. I have a lot of trouble wearing earbuds. So I haven't even seen them or tested them out yet. They're not even out. So
I have tested them out. I have had them in my ears.
Yeah?
Yes. And let me just tell you, I have never been able to wear a pair of AirPods like consistently except for the first version. And these were so amazing with the extra small ear tips. Like I can actually wear them. And I have been living in the past because I always use these old AirPods and the Bluetooth
you
connection.
put them in your ears?
Yes. Yeah, when I tested them out at the event, like I was so shocked. I was like, I can't believe they're staying in my ears.
That's
Could
exciting.
not believe it because I haven't been able to experience the luxury of having this incredible sound.
So you were using the first generation.
I mean, it was like the first ones with the long ear stems, and they may have been like the second gen of the first one. So it was like the newer version of those. But yeah, they struggle to connect to Bluetooth. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, are you gonna connect? And why I actually did like them is because I could still hear sound around me, but with the new adaptive noise cancellation and having the transparency mode, it's so good. Yeah, and I've tried transparency mode in a lot of other headphones, and you always kind of hear like this tinny kind of sound, like it sounds like you're in a can.
Yeah.
Very clean, very crisp, very
using
clear.
that on a plane when you're actually in a can is terrifying. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to try them out. They're not out yet. They do come out, I believe, the end of this month.
I should know that.
I should also know
I
that.
think it is the end of this month, which I'm so excited about. Oh, and you know what you can do? You can get your custom Memoji.
That is
on
true.
the case.
You can. I saw Farouk customize his, and he said, "Why did I order these while I was sleepy with his Memoji?" I'm like, that's actually pretty funny. I got the last pair of the Pros, and I lost them, and I'm very sad. But I think they also didn't they upgrade something with the Find My, I believe?
There's a speaker now on it. So if you lose them, you can play the sound and you can hopefully find them. It also has a little lanyard loop, so you can hook a little lanyard to it.
Ooh.
Now 2 times more noise canceling. Just an overall like huge upgrade from the previous ones. I mean, mostly I'm just so excited about the small ear tips. Like I can't even tell you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They were pretty great. I did like the Pros. I think I lost them on a cruise, so
Oh, that's so sad.
it's hard to say. I don't know. But, it is what it is.
I'm just glad that I can finally retire my old AirPods now.
Yeah. I'm really happy that we got to speak to each other.
It's been so long. I really haven't spoken to you in
Speaking, she has not spoken to me. I forgot how much my back hurts sitting on the stool.
God. I know. This is not a premium experience, but look at our colored background.
The color backgrounds are great. You can check them out youtube.com/samebrain podcast. Same brain. It's hard to say.
It's just same brain. Also, we did not read any of our reviews. We did not listen to our Anchor voicemail messages, but are they voicemail messages?
It's a voice message.
It's a voice memo. We have them at anchor.fm/samebrain. You can leave us some voice messages. We will listen to those next time. Actually, we might not listen to them next time because the next podcast has already been recorded. The next 2 actually have been. It will happen, just not in the next 2. And if you want to leave us some 5-star reviews because you're so excited that we're back, would also be much appreciated.
Wow, you're really selling it. Yeah, but you're right. We will bring back reading the reviews as well as listening to the messages, the voice messages from Anchor. We might even connect to Bluetooth with our new phones.
I can't figure this new
Justine,
Roadcaster
we
out.
have the new Roadcaster. So much has happened, but we're going to end there because Justine's hungry and my back hurts from this stool. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as check out our personal YouTube channels. And yeah, we will see you again on the next episode of the Same Brain podcast.
Make sure you go watch all the videos that I've posted on Apple Season and tell me that I did a nice job.
She
Thank
did
you.
a nice job. I
I'm
tweeted
so
about
sleepy.
I tweeted about everyone doing a nice job, but yours wasn't ready yet.
It wasn't. I know.
I was like, oh, I put you first though.
I saw that. Thank you. I know. I didn't get it done. I was up all night. I woke up at, well, I basically edited until 12:30. Jake was working on the unboxing and then like the beach portion of the review. And then I was like, I got to go to bed at 12:30. So I took a nap for 3 hours, woke back up and edited basically from 3:30 a.m. until 11:30. And then I posted my video.
And that's after shooting all day, every day for
Yeah.
the past previous days.
Yeah.
Well, I
It's okay.
posted one simple unboxing yesterday and I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
it's
do
been
some
fun.
stuff, but
I live for this. Oh, wait. You know what? You thought we were done.
oh, just kidding.
I want to show you my case selection that I
Now
decided
this will be on the video portion,
Yeah.
or all of the portions.
So I decided to pre-order this yellow one.
Ugh.
I don't know why. I've never liked the color yellow, but it was speaking to me.
It's a real spring color.
They didn't have any white cases this year.
Weird.
And then I got this chalk pink, which is the closest thing to white.
Pretty. It's springy. It's like Easter.
And then why are the leather wallets just so many colors? Like I really would like a light cut, like I don't know, like something that would be complement.
Is that the same
Jury.
orange as last year?
I think so.
I had the orange.
The new color is
Do you
the,
like
the
this one?
ink. Is that the ink?
Ink is nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. Is this the same color?
Yeah.
No, I think that's black. I have the black. This is the ink. See, look, little color difference. And yeah,
I can't see anything.
we're done speaking now. I'm hungry. My stomach's
Bye.
growling. I can hear it.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out. If you made it this far, 5 stars to you and 5 stars to us in our podcast reviews. Thank you so much. Bye.
My belly's rumbling.
Analog clap. Roll the outro.
Do we have an outro? I don't even know.
It doesn't matter.
Bye.